The movie starts in Zamunda at Prince Akeem's 21st birthday. He wakes up in full luxury, gets bathed, groomed, and dressed. He learns he's about to meet his arranged bride, and he's not excited. At breakfast, Akeem's father notices he's distracted. Akeem admits he wants independence and to choose his own wife. We meet his friend Simi, who spends most of his time kissing Akeem's and the king's ass. That night, the palace hosts a party. An African dance performance kicks off. The bride is revealed. The bride is gorgeous, but Akeem isn't impressed. When he speaks to her alone, she admits she was trained only to serve him. He tests her.
Bark like a dog. A big dog. Hop on one leg. Make a noise like an orangutan.
Akeem tells his father he doesn't want this kind of marriage. The king agrees to delay the wedding for 45 days. Akeem's real plan, travel to America to find a wife who will love him for who he is. Akeem and Simi land in New York. They pick a rundown apartment in Queens. Akeem loves the idea of starting fresh, even if it's a dump. They get haircuts and start their search for women. They go speed dating, but of course, none of the women are a match.
I hope you don't mind me coming over and sitting down, but I've been watching you all evening, and I want to tear you apart. And your friend, too.
So they go to a church event, and that's where Akeem sees Lisa for the first time, and he's hooked. The next day, Akeem and Simi get jobs at McDonald's. Lisa's father owns the place. Akeem sets his sights on Lisa, trying to charm her in his awkward, quiet way. Lisa's boyfriend Darrell is then introduced. He's the son of the Soul Glow hair empire.
Soul Glow.
He's cocky, rude, and straight up trash. Akeem tries to outshine him by working hard and staying humble. He even sends Lisa earrings without telling her who they're from. Lisa introduces Akeem to her sister Patrice. They all go to a basketball game where Darrell insults Africa nonstop. Lisa apologizes for him. Next day, Samuel L. Jackson storms McDowell's with a shotgun. Akeem and Simi take him down. Lisa's dad is impressed and invites him to his home. At the house party, Mr. McDowell announces Lisa and Darrell are engaged. Lisa looks furious. Darrell made the decision without her. She scolds him, then talks with Akeem about not wanting to be pressured into marriage. Akeem and Lisa grow closer, start dating, and open up to each other. Simi tells Patrice he's the real prince. Akeem doesn't seem to mind. It keeps his identity secret while he focuses on Lisa. Simi secretly wrote home for money. The king and the queen show up in America, furious with Akeem. Mr. McDowell finds out Akeem is actually a prince. The king tells Lisa that Akeem only came to America to sow his royal oats before marriage. Lisa feels betrayed and leaves. We jump to the royal wedding. Akeem expects to marry his arranged bride, but when the veil lifts, it's Lisa. She asks,
"Would you really have given up all of this just for me?"
Of course. If you like, we can give it all up now.
Nah.
The movie ends with them married in Zamunda, and here are my final thoughts. Coming to America, I love this movie. I love it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I think I saw the second one a couple years ago. Not when it first came out, maybe like a couple years after it came out. But it was good to look back at this movie because I remember a lot of iconic scenes in this movie. And I was like, you know what? I really still love this movie. Even all these years later, it was a lot more naked bodies than I remember, especially at the very beginning of the movie. But overall, this movie is freaking hilarious. I think Eddie Murphy and everybody else in the cast did a wonderful job bringing comedy into this movie. I will say one thing that I did not like is how they did Patrice. Okay, like how y'all gonna do the sister like that? No, if you don't know who Patrice is Lisa's sister, okay? I felt like she had the most grasp on the world as far as like how men were and what they wanted. And Lisa was more of the innocent type, right? So I always wondered, like, if Lisa was brown skin, dark skin, like Patrice, would Akeem have wanted her the same? I know that they try to make it seem like he liked her for her intellect just because she was up there representing for the charity or whatever. But I'm like, really, the dude didn't know anything about her. All he saw was that she was well-spoken and pretty. And I'm just kind of like, you want to choose your own wife and you see her for literally 5 seconds. You don't know anything about this lady's personality or anything, and that's just the one that you determine is your wife. And I thought to myself, what about his betrothed, like the princess that he was presented? Yeah, it's like she didn't have a mind of her own because she was trained to like serve him from the time that she was born. But for me, it's like, that's not her fault. And I just started feeling sorry for a lot of the women in the movie. It's like they got the short end of the stick. Patrice, for one, was talking to Simi because Simi had told her that he was the actual prince in the whole situation. And then she finds out that no, he's not really the prince. And she even said, why does Lisa always get the good ones? So I kind of wish that it would have been Patrice that was the one that they wanted versus Lisa. You know what I mean? Instead of having that same old trope of the light-skinned woman winning over the dark-skinned woman. I think Patrice was probably my favorite character in the whole movie. And then we got Mr. Soul Glow. I cannot remember his name, but Lisa's first boyfriend, he was an asshole. And I'm not sure what she saw in him. I think that she was just trying to make her father happy by being with somebody that was rich or whatever. But he was so problematic, constantly saying rude shit. And, you know, I will say, if she had to choose between him and Akeem, I probably would have chose Akeem too, just because of his personality. I'm not saying that the Soul Glow guy wasn't cute or whatever. Yeah, he was cute, but his personality made him trash. Overall, though, this was a really great movie. I think it had a lot of very good comedic skits in it. I mean, even like the dancing and the makeup, the outfits, like they did their damn thing. Anyways, I would say I give this a 10 out of 10. I would watch this movie again. I've watched it several times in the past, but like this is the first time I've watched it in probably like 10 plus years. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.